Hi guys, it's Alyssa. Welcome back to my channel, The Divine Venus, where I put out a video every single day of the year and always wear a flower crown. That's what the Divine Venus actually translates to. The Divine Venus always wears flower crown because I do. Do you like it? I actually just got done with a live and I had makeup on and I didn't want to waste it. So I thought I would make this video about myself because I have literally nothing else to talk about. So I just want to talk about me and tell you things that you may or may not know about me. And if you're into this type of video, cool. What about me? I'm like right here. Like, do you guys not see me? Do I have to wear 12 flower crowns for you to notice me? Do I have to like have 1 million subscribers instead of this 100,000 subscriber plaque? Like, is that so last year? It used to be a big feat. Now everyone and their mother has 1 million subs except for you, Alyssa. Okay, fine. So something you may or may not know about me is I'm 35 years old. So I should be acting much older than I do. So give me the act your age lecture. Okay, I'm 35. My name's Alyssa. My middle name is Christina. I'm named after my mother. Fun fact, my mom wanted me to be named after her because she had to name my brother after my dad and she didn't like doing that. I have 2 kids. One of them is 5. She's a girl. She's perfect and beautiful. My son is a Leo and he's 7. He's perfect. He's like better than every other boy that ever existed. So now you know. I don't share a whole lot of pictures of them because people who follow me like to comment under their pictures stuff like, hey, I have my son square Uranus. What does that mean? So I just decided to keep them to myself. Also, I keep my husband to myself. I don't know, it's more fun when people ask,
where's your husband? Are you divorced?
People ask me that all the time. And I'm like, he's right here. Like I'm sitting next to him. It's so strange. I don't know. People have a lot of opinions about people on the internet. I sold myself to that particular devil, so I should stop complaining about it. I was born October 2nd, 1985 at 5:57 p.m. in Elk Grove Village at Alexian Brothers Hospital. So if you happened to be there at that time, you were there when I was there. So that's cool. People always ask me my chart. That's my chart. You can look it up. I don't hide it. The reason I don't hide my chart from people is because like a long time ago, I was Googling myself and I was on was it Reddit? I am on some Reddits, guys. Kind of cool, but it was like probably Lipstick Alley or something because that's usually where you talk about astrologers. Like people get really gossipy about astrologers on Lipstick Alley. Also another one, forgot. But people were trying to guess my chart and they were guessing so wrong. I was just more annoyed with it. It was more like, oh my God, Alyssa's so brash,
foul-mouthed, aggressive, I don't know.
She must have her Mercury in Scorpio or something in the 8th house. And I'm like, my Mercury's in the 7th house in Libra. Someone said that I had like Pluto square sun and that explained why I was so negative. Like that's not a thing. I don't know. It just felt weirder reading like insults against me based on chart shit that people made up. And so I much rather have people talk about me, like legit hurt me, based on like logical, like facts about me, like astrological facts, maybe not logical, but astrological facts. Make fun of me with my own chart, guys. Not with a made up chart. That's all. Okay. My favorite things about my chart is that like my midheaven falls on the galactic center. It's 28 degrees Sagittarius. When I was born, the galactic center did fall at 26 degrees Sagittarius, but now it's at 27. I hope, I think before I die, the galactic center will move to 28 degrees Sagittarius. And then that will be when I become famous because that's all I care about. That's not true. Sometimes I make jokes about that and then I realize that when I make jokes about that, people actually say it's real. Something I was watching, which I watch a lot of commentary. I love watching like old YouTubers and how their content changes and shit. There's this like commentator, Smoky Glow, who like goes through people's content on YouTube. So I've been watching a lot of that. And I realized like most people, like they set up this really good brand where they say things about themselves that they want you to believe over and over and over again to the point where you actually believe it. And then if you look back, you realize they were never that way. They just always said it. And I always did the opposite of that because I'm like naturally depressed and hate myself. So I just like learned self-deprecation, okay? Like I learned how not to like myself, and I started to talk like that to people like on the internet, and I realized that people started to believe that shit that came out of my mouth. It was a really hard thing for me to like be nicer to myself so that other people would. And it's so fucking weird that that had to be what I had to learn, that like if I'm going to call myself an attention whore, then other people are going to do it, and they're going to do it mean. And it's kind of like in Mean Girls when it's like, well, he's too gay to function. Only I'm allowed to say that. Like only I'm allowed to like diss myself this way. The only reason I call myself an attention whore is because when I was 26 years old, I decided to put a camera up to my face and talk about astrology like I knew what I was doing. And to me, that felt very like attention whorish, because otherwise, like, why would I do it? And then you get like people everywhere, all over the place, all over the world, doing that exact same thing, and they call themselves like enlightened. So maybe that's what I should have done, but I didn't. So what other things could you possibly want to know about me? If I'm going to talk about my favorite movies, probably Lord of the Rings. Obviously, The Return of the King is the best Lord of the Rings movie, but you really got to watch them all. If I was going to watch one on its own, it actually might be The Two Towers, just because you watch it and you'd feel like you're in the center of the movie, which would connect all of them more so than just watching The Return of the King. But The Return of the King is obviously the better movie. I think the battle at Helm's Deep is the better battle, but then also all the elves die. So I guess that's all the stuff that I could tell you that you might want to know about me. But yeah, that's a little bit about me, and I'll just talk to y'all later. Bye.